like it. When Ed and I talked about...
Hey guys, let's be quiet for a minute, please.
Make sure she's up.
When Ed and I talked about what arrangements we wanted after he died, he always said he didn't want a funeral, he didn't want a viewing. He said he always wanted a party. He wanted people to come together, eat and drink, and be merry. Oh, closer, thank you. Today he got his wish. This is a great party today, just what he wanted. And I'm sure he's looking down from heaven, taking pictures of all this and just loving it. And by the way, it'll be on Heaven's Facebook tonight at 8 o'clock, all the pictures. Ed woke up every day with a zest for life. First thing he did when he got up was turn on Facebook. And all he would do is see who he could crank up before 7 o'clock in the morning. When I got up, he would tell me of all his adventures on Facebook that morning. And sometimes I would look at him wondering how he thought of these things. Ed and I had a wonderful life together for 30 years. We lived all over the U.S. and Puerto Rico. I met Ed and he was a customer in my restaurant, and he used to stay there till I closed the restaurant, which was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We happened to live a couple blocks away, and he would follow me home every single night. I had a policy that I didn't date customers, but he was so persistent that I finally said, okay, we'll go on a date. So we went, he picked me up, and he took me to a private airport, to a plane, and he asked me, did I like lobster? I said, sure. So he said, okay, let's go. So I said, you want me to get on that plane? He said, yeah. So I said, I thought to myself, here's a gringo from Pennsylvania getting on a plane with a crazy Puerto Rican. I figured my family would never find my body, but anyway, we did go. We went on the plane. We went to a little island off of Puerto Rico, Vieques. We had lobster. We had a great time. We flew back into Puerto Rico. And so that all began our adventure for 30 years. Above all, Ed's greatest joy was his family and friends. Ed Jr., the light of his father's life. When he was little, I used to go off to the restaurant. Ed had his own appraisal business, so he would take Eduardo to work with him every single day. Well, in Puerto Rico, in your office, you always have adult beverages. So there would be the adult beverages and there would be the baby formula. And sometimes I think Ed got it mixed up because Eduardo would come home every afternoon with a big smile on his face. Anyway, our household consisted of all males. I was the only female. We even had male dogs. But Ed and Eduardo always treated me like a princess, and it was great. Ed was very proud of all of Eduardo's accomplishments, but most proud of the man he's become, caring and compassionate, and a clone of his father. When Ed turned 60, I asked him if he wanted a bike or a boat for his birthday. He didn't hesitate, he wanted a bike. So we went down on his birthday, July 16th. We went down to Harley and he picked out his baby, his Ultra Classic. He got everything on it that he wanted, all the chrome and all the different accessories. And we had to wait a couple days for it. So unfortunately, the day before we were supposed to pick it up, he broke his knee. Anyway, for the next 2 months, I had to take him to Harley every single week to make sure that his baby was okay. And we finally picked it up 2 months later, and he just had a great time with it. We've made so many nice friends who now become our family. We've had so many great adventures. We've taken week-long trips to the Blue Ridge, to the Tail of the Dragon, to St. Augustine. We've enjoyed our poker runs and our Daytonas and all the little adventures that we've had. But most of all, he loved coming to Café 27 every Sunday, pretty much, every Thursday night. And he loved being with all his brothers and sisters here. That's what we all became, a family. And he'd come home with all the pictures, he put them on Facebook, and then since most nights I was working, he showed me the event, he showed me all the people, and it was great. So I felt like I was a part of everything. I want to thank everybody for all your kind wishes on Facebook. We had over 700 comments on Facebook, and we're still getting them, and pictures, and I really appreciate all of that. If everybody would raise the glass. We hope, Ed, you keep watch over all of us down here on Earth. We're all going to miss you. Keep us all safe and healthy to ride for another year. Many years, yes, many years. Someday we'll all be together again, riding up there in heaven, and he'll be taking pictures. I found a little quote: "What you leave behind is not what's engraved in a stone monument, but is woven into the hearts and lives of others." And I think that describes Ed. He loved you guys. He loved you all. He had a great last 5 years with everybody everybody in the biking community. And if we'd raise a glass again for the last time, everybody of you that are on Facebook, and you know that Ed loved Mondays. It's the best day of the week. Thank you. Por aquí estamos.
Hello guys, good afternoon. I'm Ed Jr., as most of you already know. I would like to start by thanking all of you that made space in your schedules for my dad's last wish to come true. I would also like to thank all those that were responsible of helping me make sure this event took place, and that my dad be always remembered as the human being he was, include the offer of helping my mom and myself. I would like to follow by making clear that if some of the things that I say, you find some humor, don't take it in the wrong place. It's like my dad said, shit happens. Right, maybe some of you may wonder, why not a traditional reception or a funeral? Well, my dad was not a normal person. I believe that this is why he reached so many of you with his good humor and kindness. To be honest, he always told me that when he died, he wanted to be put in a coffin, sitting upright with a drink in his hand, and have a band playing in the background with everybody partying. Here's to that. That is why, the main reason we are making this happen today. Today is not a day to cry, today is a day to let him feel the roar of our bikes and the sound of the music and the big boom of a party this is going to be at his favorite place, Café 27. Since I was 3, I've been riding on my old man motorcycle, where he used to sit me in the gas tank of his friend's gray Kawasaki 750 back in the 80s. And he used to give me spins around the neighborhood. Oh man, what he created. My dad gave me many good things. Along the years, I was lucky enough to enjoy riding sleds made out of our car hoods through the beaches of Puerto Rico, towed by our Jeep. I bet there was a couple of drinks involved in that too. Boating, going to rivers, sightseeing, and riding through the mountains of Puerto Rico. Anything that blows in my face, it'll make me happy, and it gives me an adrenaline rush. Thanks, Dad, for teaching me how to love the things that life has for us. Well, growing up, my dad taught me how to survive on my own by watching me from far behind so I could just figure it out on my own. Thank you, Dad, for that. That way I make my wishes come through. 5 years ago, I somehow ended up living in Florida again. I did not understand that till the other day. Maybe God wanted me to be with my dad so I could spend this last 5 years riding with my mom and all of you guys that have become part of our family. Like my mom said, my dad got his motorcycle. He got in a knee injury, so I moved here. The bike had maybe 300 or 400 miles. He was so excited about his bike. He said, Ed Jr., take it for a spin. Okay, Dad. I came back 3 days later, 1,000 miles on it. And a tiny little scratch in the tank that got bigger every year as he told the story. I had a blast. 6 months ago, I decided to move back to Puerto Rico, so I got a job in Louisiana. That's why some of you have not seen me around or have wondered why I did not came down, right on the spot. But I wanted for this day to come through like he wanted it. So thank you again for all of you being here. Basically, I can talk to you guys all about the many good things that my dad did, but that is not the main reason why we're here. I would like to close with letting everybody know that this is not taking place to raise money or in any way needed. If we needed it, we know that all of you guys will be here for us, as you guys are proving it by being here. I want to let you guys know my dad did not have an accident. He did have a stroke. So basically he died doing what he loved. He had a great day. We took many pictures of a lot of people here and they're posted on Facebook. You guys are, we're more than happy to see it. And I just would like for all of you to stop for a minute and think how many people are doing what they love. Basically, after everybody else talks and gives their thoughts in, let's just make this party go on the way he wanted it. Thanks all for being here and have a great day. I'll let the other people talk. Oh, by the way, not forget, tomorrow is Monday.